All right, it's February 1st, 2026, and me, my daughter Nora, and Mr. Tucker, our dog. Mr. Tucker, come here. There he is, Mr. Tucker. We are going to go out doing some shed hunting. See if we can find anything. We've had a bunch of deer on the cameras here lately. Nothing with antlers, so we're assuming that they've dropped them, or at least some of them have dropped them. So we've got some that still have their antlers, but the large majority of the deer that are showing up on camera aren't holding anything. So we're gonna walk back. We're gonna start back here right off our property line and heading back into the national forest and see what we can find today. So here we go.
Tear the horns before he finds it and only grabs one.
There's some more poop.
There's some more poop. Definitely a lot of trail. And some more poop. A lot of poop.
We've had a lot of deer, a lot of bucks coming up through here over the hunting season. And they were bedding up behind us and had some really nice bucks come up through here. And so we believe that they have been bedding fairly close, staying in pretty close proximity. So I'm thinking we should be able to find some antlers if they've dropped them. Alright, so we got a couple really nice beds here. They're pretty fresh too. Got a nice bed there. Nice bed right here. It looks like they've been here fairly recently. Still got some hair in here. Pretty nice sized beds. Pretty nice. What do you think, Tucker? Alright, come on, Tucker. Let's go. Wow, look at that. Huh. That is wild. Maybe a squirrel?
See if there's any more rubs through here. There's some more that tree.
I don't know. That's weird, man. We got markings up here. I don't know. Interesting. Must be something clearing, eating that off. We got this one here too. Must be squirrels. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that before. Clearing the bark clean off this thing. And some down here on. That's pretty wild.
Hey, there's a den right there.
Must be squirrels. All right, Tucker, let's keep going. All right, so we've been walking. I don't know. We've probably done about probably 600 yards from our house. We've been following this big trail here.
A lot of dens on the way.
Lots of points connecting in together where deer have been kind of funneling into specific areas. We got this ditch that they're running down into here, this drain. Going out that direction. There's not really a whole lot going that way. We do have some tracks, but it looks like kind of one-offs. For the most part, deer kind of coming down in from this direction and traveling back and forth on this main trail here, going back out, crossing the main road. And this is probably the trail I would assume that leads back over to our house where we've got the trail cams, where we've been seeing all these nice bucks come out. We follow this up this direction is kind of some switchgrass, a big switchgrass area, and I know that they've been bedding in there because I hunted this year. I hunted it last year, and a lot of deer kind of seem to hang out in this switchgrass up here. There's a big pine tree area. And they get down in there. Got a lot of protection. You can see all directions. It's kind of up on a point. And so I know the bucks have been staying in there. So we'll keep following this. Haven't found anything yet. But let's see if we can't come across something. Yeah.
Are these mushrooms safe to touch?
Yeah, that's fine. What do you think, Tucker? You having fun? You found anything, Tucker? Tucker! You found anything? Where they at? Alright, here we go. Alright, we just found a pretty good spot here that'll probably be a good stand spot for this next year. We got, I don't know if you can see any of that, but we got deer tracks coming all from this direction, coming in from this direction over here. We got deer tracks coming up this little drain. Looks like it might have been an old logging road or something. And they're coming in from over there, all into this area right here. They're coming up from here. You can see these tracks, they're just everywhere. Deer tracks coming in from all over here, coming up from over there. And then it looks like they've been feeding back over that area. It's all tore up and disturbed. I haven't gotten over there yet to check it out. It might have been turkeys possibly, but I don't know. There's a lot of deer tracks going up to that area, so I'm assuming that's probably maybe a lot of acorns over there that they've been eating on. And it's real close. Right up here is a pine tree line that goes down. On the other side of that is switchgrass, big bedding area. And so I'd say that they've probably staying close in that stuff, coming down here to feed and just, you know, staying in a pretty small area. But they've been traveling, looks like, all through here. It all starts up in this area here and then comes down to the feeding area, and then from there it's just kind of everywhere through here. Somebody's got a tree stand way down there. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can't see it.
But it's somewhere
I see it over there.
right there. So I don't know if they're hunting that this next year. We'd obviously be super close to them and probably wouldn't be able to hunt this, but if they're not, we might be able to slide in here. Alright, let's keep going. We're going to get up here into this bedding area and see if we can find anything in there. Man, pretty high trafficked area through here. I actually, this year, 2020, well, this last year, 2025, hunted a spot right off of this little creek area. There's a creek here that goes down. There's another drain that goes down that way, a little creek. And then probably about 250, 300 yards down that direction, I sat towards the end of the season, and I had 4 really nice bucks come in on me. And I drew back on them, but they were with some does. And the does, they didn't see me, but something spooked them. They peeled out of there, and of course, the bucks turned around and took off, following them out before I could pull a shot off on them. So, and that was right at the end of the season. 4 super nice bucks. So, I know they're still alive. Chances are they'll probably be in here still this season. But some good trails, man, all down through here. So we're just gonna follow these up into the bedding area. See what we don't see. Man, look at this. Right here. We got tracks coming up through here. Tracks coming up that way. Going up that direction. All coming from down here. They all kind of intersect right here in this area. Coming down from that direction. Going up here into these cedars. So this might be where we find some sheds. I've got a trail cam up here and we've been catching some stuff on it. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. But it was also late, it was dark. Couldn't hardly see anything. I hung it out here in an area. Thought I knew where I was at, but I actually hung it in a completely different spot. And got some pictures on it, got some bucks, but not exactly where I wanted to hang it. So I might move it while I'm in here today. All right, be careful, Nora. Watch these thorns here. What is it, Tucker? What is it? Looks like we got a bed right there. A lot of disturbance up through there. And the leaves, all the snow's gone. So we'll go check out these areas. Man, I don't even know where to go. This is just tore up in here. Tracks and trails and all over the place. I don't know, Nora. Let's just kind of walk up this direction. And we'll just kind of zigzag back through here. Wow, man. Just tore up in here. You can see it gets real thick up in here. All down this direction. All down that way. Alright. Alright. We're going to go ahead and find my camera. And then bring it back in this area. I'm going to go ahead and get it set up. But you can see this area up in here is just tore up. Yeah? Nice road. This is where I was trying to set it up, but I actually ended up getting turned around and setting it up somewhere completely different. Having fun yet?
What?
Having fun yet?
Yeah. Where's Tucker?
He's behind me. Alright, let's go find this camera. So I got my camera, my trail camera. There's this big, super thick trail coming down through here. And then we come out onto this. I mean, look at this. It is just...
You can't even see the end of it.
rooted to pieces, man. I mean, they're like digging holes back here for acorns. Goodness gracious. There's just trails, deer trails, coming in all over this area. So, look at this. I mean, just digging holes back here. Wow. I mean, just goes forever, man. All down this direction. You can see where the snow ends. All around here is where they've been rooting around in here for acorns. Man, that is just wild. Yeah, you can see acorns all cracked up in there. Well, I think I found where I'm gonna try and set my trail camera. I'll probably find a bunch of trails coming in one spot and set the cam up there. So we'll be back after we set it up. All right. Well, we have not had much luck. We did find a good spot to hang my camera, so we'll see. We'll see what kind of pictures we start getting on there. But we're walking through this super thick stuff through here, where we would assume if they are passing through, they'd be clinking their antlers up against branches and might knock them off, but we have not had any luck, and we've got a lot of deer trails through here. But I haven't found anything yet. Well, we covered a little bit of ground. Didn't find anything except some pretty good deer sign that we should be able to use for this upcoming season. And I found some pretty good food sources, found some main trails, some pretty good intersecting areas.
And I got to share some good stories about before we lived here.
That's right, Nora got to share some stories. Mr. Tucker got some exercise, and we're just walking back up to the house now, so.
We also marked about half the forest.
Yeah, once the snow melts a little bit more, we'll get out and do some more shed hunting. It might still be too early, I don't know. It could be does just showing up on camera. Haven't really been able to see whether they're looking like they're missing their antlers or not, because they're just passing through so quick. So they may still be holding tight to them. Not sure, but we'll get back out again and keep trying, see what we can't see. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.